Hey, sports fans, this is Robert with WTP Sports Dudes here live with two of my homies, two of our homies, Level Up Sports Team, Mossberg. How you feeling today, bro?
Pretty good this evening. Appreciate you having me as well. Good to see you in here, City League.
Yes, sir.
How you feeling today, City League? T1, you good or somebody?
Great, great. No, I love my kids, but I get a work day without my kids. You know, we appreciate those days. So I treat it today like Friday, and hey, it's a beautiful day.
Definitely.
How about you? How you feeling, big bro?
I'm good, bro. I can't complain, man. I feel like you do. You know what I'm saying? Today was
Yes, sir.
fun.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No children tomorrow. You get to make your day whatever you want to make it out to be.
Yeah.
One of them days myself, off day for me. So I was relaxing, waiting for the content. I see you got the Who They On Browns on. They've been talking
Yes,
about
sir.
it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Representing my boys.
Yes,
My
indeed.
boys.
We doing college football.
Represent my boys and ready to go, ready to rock and roll on this beautiful Thursday.
Oh, indeed. What speaking of the Browns, man,
Hey, hold up, time out again. Happy birthday again, Moss B. I don't
appreciate
know
it.
if I know I haven't been on air and been able to, throw that happy birthday shout out, but I know you just had a birthday. Happy birthday, bro. We love you, man. Keep doing your thing. You
Definitely.
back up and moving, getting it in. Make sure you get your rest, man. Hey, you Jackie Robinson right now.
Oh
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Oh
I'm
yeah.
52. Who was 52? I'm Ray Lewis. I'm 52.
I'm
You
gonna
know
hit
what I
you.
mean?
I'm gonna
And
say
stuff get to hurting, and Big Bro a little older than us.
yeah.
You
I'm gonna
know
hit
what I mean?
Otis
Double
Thorpe
nickel.
with the 52. Yeah.
Yeah, that double nickel, that double nickel in Madison Square Gardens.
Had Bernard King on him. Oh yeah. All
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
It's crazy when you think of the numbers like that as well. Like I was thinking about the Jackie Robinson and being at work, I was like, man, I'm gonna wait till this weekend to even try to do anything. So I don't really plan on doing much, man. I was off today. Like I said, I work tomorrow. So once I get off work, got the weekend and definitely looking forward to our Saturday morning game days at 8 o'clock, of course. And then probably just relax, man, get some rest, feel good being back up and moving. Definitely. But not thinking about basketball one bit, man. Just actually getting my body back in shape and putting that body work towards what we gonna be doing, man. That's it. Like
Yeah,
that's all my
yeah.
body work is gonna be going towards, man. If anything, sports is gonna be coaching and teaching it and filming it like we gonna be doing.
That's right. That's right.
Well,
All right, so we can go ahead and get it
Let's
rolling.
get it.
One
Let's
game
get
that
it.
I didn't, one game that I didn't put on here is the game tomorrow night between UNLV and Boise State. That game is probably going to be the game that decides who's going to come out of that group of five to make it into the 12-team playoff.
mm,
What's your thoughts on that game?
that's like a knocker. We call them bangers, but I feel like UNLV. We know how it is playing at Boise State. You said it'll be at Boise State as well, correct? The thing about that is UNLV is gonna go and play this like they're already in a bowl game playing for a national championship. So I think that'll be something to look at. We know what Genty bring to the table. And speaking of Genty, I seen in the headlines about what Hunter said, seeing that he's back this weekend. So you know how we all felt about that with the Heisman. So, will he have indeed a Heisman type moment? And like City League said last week as well, with the conference he in, it really don't, add up to no Heisman. He could get all the rushing yards he want, but it really don't add up to it. And I think I agreed with that and said he would have to get like about 2,500, to even really get up there in the top two, from where he's coming from. So I'm gonna take, UNLV on the upset.
Nikki,
I'm gonna take UNLV and Boise on the upset,
Oh no, they play next week. They play next week.
and I'm gonna mark that down.
All right, look, that's what I was over here looking at. I was trying to see if I could find it.
Yeah, they play Oregon State tomorrow on
Yeah.
Saturday. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the following week. Yeah.
I'm gonna take Boise over Oregon State, but I'm gonna take UNLV in an upset next week, and I got that marked on my paper, and I'm gonna make sure I text it to you too, so you can see that. But I'm gonna mark that down just because I know everybody will have Boise State in that game, but I do have them winning this game this weekend for sure with Oregon State. I don't think Oregon State will bring nothing to the plate for them.
What's up? Let's get it. Let's get it.
All right. First up, we got number 2 Oregon at Purdue. Purdue, man, they getting 27.5 points. The over and under is 60.5. What's your thoughts on that? That's a kind of crazy stat right there.
Crazy.
I'm definitely taking the under. I'm taking the under. I'm not looking for the fireworks that we saw with Oregon and Ohio State. I'm not looking for that. I'm not looking for a high scoring game where both teams are scoring 30. I'm definitely not doing that. So I would definitely with the points roll with I would roll with Purdue with the points as well. And it's at Purdue, so Purdue's gonna fight. It's not gonna they're not just gonna go in there and just beat up on Purdue. Purdue gonna fight with them. So, and I definitely would take that 23. I'm going with Oregon to win, but with the points, I'm taking Purdue and the under.
Okay. I totally agree. I feel the same way. The way the game went last week, and then the adjustments they made with that new rule earlier this week, if not today, with the adjustments in the play clock situation, they won't no longer be able to do anything like that. Purdue at home, they're not going to give up.
That's what they're inserting the extra man, the 12th man on the field, right?
Yeah, they definitely won't give up no 40, even 50 points to Oregon at home. And they're definitely, I'm going with them on my points as well, but Oregon with the win.
Man, Purdue's their starting quarterback ain't playing, man. They about to get thumped.
They got the backup. The backup. They got to have a backup.
Yeah, they got a backup quarterback playing, man. They about to get killed.
Are they?
They about to get
So they
killed.
saying the score gonna be like Oregon like 50, Purdue like 10. Like it's gonna be up at least close to that.
Yeah. It's gonna be a monster blowout, bro. They're gonna kill Purdue. Listen,
Wow.
The Boilermaker is gonna get put in the boiler. They about to get killed, bro.
He said,
I'll
it's so
take
See, I ain't know that part though. I ain't know that part. I ain't doing my homework on that part.
Yeah,
I'm just going off of what I know and how the game go. But I still would. I'm still going. I think I'm still going with that. If you give them Purdue 27.5 at home, I'm still rocking with Purdue on that.
Yeah.
I'm still rocking with them on that. And I'm probably still rocking with the under. Purdue always going to play some tough defense. Remember that. This the Big Ten. Purdue going to have a tough defense. It's not going to be that easy. Like, I don't even know. Let me see. What's Purdue's record?
Notre Dame crushed them, bro. I think Notre Dame
Did
killed
they?
them.
So, yeah, that's what I was about to say. Let me go and see what Purdue has done before I get a look. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
44.
Oh, boy.
The Notre Dame.
Oh, no. Okay, let me see. That's Oregon State. 38-21 Oregon State. 28-10 Nebraska. That's an L. All these are L's.
Yeah, man.
L's. 52-6 to Wisconsin. Uh-oh, hold up. Time out. Push the rewind button. Push the rewind button. I got the little cheat sheet.
Oregon all the way.
Oh, wow.
Oregon gonna crush that 27.5.
But the 50-49 lost to Illinois.
That was just last week.
Yeah.
Like, I know, but I'm saying, like, what does that say about Purdue? Not to mention you got smashed by Wisconsin, and just Nebraska just beat you pretty good, and
You said
Oregon
that-
State beat you pretty good, and Notre Dame demolished you. Dang.
that was against
Oregon about to look like world killers.
Yeah,
They may jump over your boys, Texas.
No, you're not having it.
They may jump over your boys, Texas. If they pull that belt out, against Purdue, if they pull the belt out and say, we in the Big Ten, we your daddy now. We just beat Ohio State. If they pull that belt out on Purdue and get the whooping up on them, oh boy, they're going to talk about that. They're going to talk about Oregon now just coming into the Big Ten. And then after that, they get to go to the big house. Like, oh, yeah, I'm changing all of that with Purdue. Give me I ain't even giving Purdue 28 points. I'm not giving them that. And, I don't know about that. 60 is a lot. But Oregon might put up 50 on them because I think they trying to pull a belt out and whoop some people in this new Big Ten today.
Yeah, I'm gonna give them the 20. I'm gonna go Oregon all the way, but I'm gonna still go under because they might just Sasquatch them and just not give them nothing, but score about 40 or 50. Honestly,
yeah.
And then that goes to show how is Illinois really that good? 49.
It's a lot of points to give up, and it's a lot to score. It's like y'all was just out there practicing against each other.
Yeah, smear the queer.
He said smear the queer. Hey, man, listen. I remember playing smear the queer in front of Windsor School, bro.
Oh, yeah.
And I swear to God, man.
Hey, that's what made us. That's what made us.
Haters, man. Was...
On all of those fields combined, even Hannah Payne, man, I probably got at least 500 touchdowns, man.
Oh, yeah.
At least 500 touchdowns.
That's where it started, man.
And I might be lowballing myself.
Stats is great. Stats is great out in front of Windsor Elementary.
Oh, yeah.
Stats. We got stats because we was out there balling.
Listen,
We was out there balling. And don't get caught on the concrete right there going up the walkway in the middle. Don't get caught on the ball.
That's like the red zone for real.
Oh, remember them sticker bushes that was right upside the sidewalk.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, you get them sticker bushes, bro.
It's on.
Yeah.
Crazy. Man.
That's right. Let's go. Let's get it.
Yeah. Next up, we got Oklahoma State at number 13 BYU. BYU is favored by 10. The over and under is 55.5. Man, what's y'all's thoughts on that?
You know, I love Provo. Late night, Provo. We know what they did last time, late night. I think they put up, 30? They might have put up 50, but I think it was 30. Might have been 40, 38 or something like that. BYU all the way with the cover, and I'm going to take the over. I just got a feeling, if anything, but BYU could definitely put up 30, possibly 40, especially at home, 10, 15 at night. I think Oklahoma State normally about sleep. So definitely going with Provo. And they keep the bells ringing for a playoff push.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I'm going with BYU. I'm also taking the points, and I'm going with the over. No, the under. Excuse me, the under. But I'm definitely going with BYU on this one. Easy too. This really almost one of those that I'm be like, go talk to wife and be like, I'm a bet big on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm confident in this pick right here.
I'm taking BYU and the points. I don't know if I'm gonna do the over though, because I don't think that they're gonna let Oklahoma State score that many points. BYU,
I was going with the under. I was with the under. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
I'm agreeing with y'all on that one too. This is gonna be the under. But I think BYU, like I told you, man, in Provo, bro, they hard to beat in Provo.
Go
I
down.
remember them back in the day smacking Texas when Texas came to Provo when they had Taysom Hill playing quarterback.
Yeah.
Man, Taysom Hill put up some mad numbers on my Longhorns, man, and beat the snot out of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I ain't, man, listen, going to Provo ain't no easy cakewalk, man. At
Nah,
all.
never have been.
Yeah.
Never have been.
Next up, we got Auburn at number 19, Missouri. Missouri is favored by 4.5, and the over and under is 51.5. What's your thoughts on that one?
I'm gonna rock with Missouri. I'm gonna rock with them with this one, and I'm gonna go with the. I'm gonna take the points with Missouri too, and the under. Missouri for the win, and they cool with it. They gonna win by more than 5 points, and I'm with the under.
I'm all the way with you, same way. I think at this point they definitely need a win, at least to stay in that race with the SEC to give it some volume and as well as for their season. So I definitely think they get this one with a struggling Auburn team that's really trying to find an identity moving forward through the season and into next season also.
This is the week, the beginning of finding out what SEC teams are not going to make the 12-team playoff and what teams are not going to be able to make that SEC championship game. This is the week where it's going to start at, man. And I'm telling you right now, I'm picking Auburn in the upset because I think they got a good enough defense.
Okay.
Beat Mississippi State. And I think if they can just keep them turning the ball over, that's what's plagued them in all the games they had so far. They just turn the ball over way too much. If they can do that, not turn the ball over, they can beat Missouri because Missouri really is not it. And I think this is the week that we let Missouri go and let them know, listen, you're not a contender in the SEC. So I'm taking Auburn with the straight out win, but I'm picking the under that 51.5.
You believe in Auburn like that?
I don't believe in Auburn like
they're
that.
They're 2-4, bro. I ain't even looked at the schedule and who they lost to, but okay, tight.
They've been playing some good.
Yeah, all their games are tight. All the games tight.
They played a game a couple weeks ago. I was very tight. I forget if it was one of them top teams. They was playing Georgia close. I don't know.
I mean, they had a tough schedule.
Top team they was playing close, but I think I'm giving Missouri another week to survive. In other words,
listen, they had a tough schedule though. Georgia, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Cal. Yeah. You know, they're 2-4, so they've had a tough schedule.
You said they played Georgia already.
Yeah, they lost to Georgia.
That was the game I was
21-10. Yeah,
they turned the ball over like you said in that game against Georgia. And I kind of felt a certain way because it wasn't that Auburn Georgia matchup that we used to seeing. So nothing against Auburn. I just feel Missouri lives to see another week in the SEC with this one. That's all. I mean,
but they fought, but they lost.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know if you want to call it a tight game. It's a touchdown, 6 points. But they lost to Oklahoma, and Oklahoma is they're really just not good.
They both got
and they lost to Oklahoma. Oklahoma's not good, like at all. Well, and I'm not a Big 12 guy. Am I speaking wrong, Rob? Am I speaking wrong, bro?
Oklahoma's in the SEC, but if you look at that game, they had Oklahoma beat, man. They threw a pick six. Like I said, if they don't turn the ball over, they can beat. They can beat Missouri. And Chad Walker, my cousin, listen, Auburn for real. They're gonna beat Missouri because Missouri ain't that good. They ain't that good.
Yeah, we've seen that. We've seen that. They were ranked high at the beginning of the season off of, last year, and their win against depleted Ohio State Buckeye team, but they went off of that, ranked them up high. Everybody knew y'all didn't have enough to come back and compete for anything. And you just seeing them drop week in and week out, and they just keep going down. And before you know it, they are going to be out this top 25. So if they do take an L to a team like Auburn, they will go down, just like you're saying.
On next week's show, you're gonna say, Rob, you was right, man. You was right. Maybe.
Right.
All right, next up. Let me make sure I get the right one. We got number 6 Miami at Louisville. Miami is favored by 4.5. The over and under is 61.5. What's your thoughts on that one?
Ooh.
Go ahead, Moss B.
Man, this was a game I've been looking at all season. Louisville, they've slipped, they've lost a few, but I don't know. I think they might be woke for this one. I got a funny feeling that they're gonna be woke for this one. I'm going ahead and I'm taking Louisville at home in an upset against Miami. Because we know what happened when Miami played. Was that at Virginia Tech or was that at home against Virginia Tech?
They was at home against Virginia Tech, but then they went on the road and almost lost to Cal.
That's why I think Louisville is a much bigger, better team than Cal, and I think they get up and play for this game. You know, I think they're trying to definitely get in for a bowl bid this season and keep their hopes alive with this win in the ACC. It's definitely quite a few weeks left for some movement to happen as well. So I'm gonna take Louisville in the upset, and I'm gonna go with the under.
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. I'm going with Miami. Louisville just doesn't have enough to stop that Miami offense. And 4.5 points, this is another easy one to me. Like if I'm a gambler, and I'm glad that I'm not, because week in and week out, I'm losing. Some of these bets I'm putting the house on. But I'm definitely going with the under, and that's something too that I would be almost want to be like, I want to bet the house on it. Like I'm for sure with this under. Like I'm for sure they're not going over 61.5.
Can't see that they're one of them scoring 30 or one scoring 40 and the other scoring 20.
It has to be a shootout for the over. And I think Miami just going to do most of the shooting.
Man, I'm taking Miami to win and to cover, but I'm taking the over on this game because Miami's defense sucks. Louisville's defense isn't that good, and I don't see them warding them down. I'm taking Miami and the points, and I'm taking the over because I don't think neither one of them going to be able to stop each other in this game.
You said Miami's defense sucks.
Man,
I haven't been watching enough of Miami.
Their defense is horrible, bro.
Dang. So they just all offense.
All offense. Wow. When they play Clemson, I hate to tell you, KT, I hate to tell you, Justin Geiger, your Miami Hurricanes, it's all offense. They don't have no defense. And that's why Clemson going to bust a hole in them.
Mm-hmm.
That's tough. That's tough.
Next up, we got Nebraska at number 16, Indiana. Indiana's favored by 7, and the over and under is 50.5. Man, what's y'all's thoughts on that one?
I'm definitely rocking. I'm riding this Hoosier train. I'm riding it. I'm rocking with Indiana. Go and knock them off. Go and knock them off. Keep setting records. Go and knock them off. I'm rocking with Indiana. I'm going with it. I'm gonna take Nebraska with the points. That's just to watch my back. But I'm rocking with Indiana, and I'm going with the. I'm going with the over. I think we're gonna have some fireworks because of the defenses.
I like Indiana at home. Like you said, they keep the train rolling. I think with them being 16, this win could possibly put them in a playoff. They get this win, they could be in a playoff position the following week based on the way the week's been going. You never know what could happen. So Indiana definitely get this win this week. I'm going to go over. They offense have scored 40 twice this season. I'm definitely going with them with the over because, like you said, the defensive side of the ball. But I think in about that third quarter, some point, that's where Indiana's defense stalls them and they offense stretch out and the coverages get obliterated. So I'm taking the over as well with Indiana.
I'm taking Indiana in this game as well. And I'm going to take them to cover because I don't think that Nebraska is going to be able to stop Indiana's running game. And, man, I was high on Nebraska in the beginning. Nebraska, they ain't that good. They're not that good. I don't think they're as good as Indiana. And I think Indiana at home will be able to beat Nebraska. And I'm going to pick the over too because I think Indiana can score at least 35 points on Nebraska. And I believe Nebraska can score 17. So I'm going to I'm going to go that way with it. I'm going to take Indiana covering the points and the over. Next up, we got number. Go ahead.
No, that was good. Let's keep it moving.
Next up, we got number 7 Alabama at number 11 Tennessee. Alabama's favored by 3 points in this game, and the over and under is 56.5. What's y'all's thoughts on that one?
I'm gonna start this off because it's gonna be quick. I ain't messing with it. This game, I don't know. They both about the same. So you would just have to give me 1 point. I see the fireworks they had with the 56.5. So I'm going with that under. I'm going with the under, and I don't know who's gonna win this game. I'm just being honest.
I got you. I like where you're coming from with that one. I'm gonna go.
I want Tennessee to win it and knock Alabama off again. I definitely want Tennessee to win it, but I ain't.
And I know how we feel. I know how we feel about Alabama being a team we thought that might not be in that playoff as well. Man, Tennessee. This is a tough game. Tennessee have more than so much to prove with this one. Bama hasn't. They just haven't looked the same since that Georgia game. They've been struggling too early. Tennessee at home. Tennessee, and I look at it as Tennessee with an upset because of it being Alabama. I'm taking Tennessee at home. And I'm going to take them to win by 3. And I feel that I'm going to go under. I think Tennessee's defense hold Alabama enough being that they at home. I think that fan base is going to go crazy. I think this is the best position Tennessee's been in since T. Martin, since Peyton Manning. That's the only thing I could think of. And I think Alabama it's tough because I don't want to say they lose, but it's just the way they've been playing the last 2 weeks. I don't trust them just on that aspect.
Well, my cousin Chad is saying that the Vols all day, the Bama is some pretenders. I'm going to say this, man. Both of those teams, whoever lose this game, they can cancel Christmas. Santa's not coming to town for sure.
Yeah.
And I believe that Alabama is going to win this game. It's going to be a tight one, though, because both of them teams, their defenses really aren't that good. They can both be exposed, but I think that Alabama has the better quarterback in this duel, and because they got the better quarterback who can make plays and who can will his team to a win, I'm going to go with Alabama to win this game. I don't think they're going to cover that 3. I think it's going to be like a 1 or 2 point victory. It's going to come down to the wire just like it did last week against South Carolina. But I'm going to take Alabama in this game. And I'm telling you now, whoever loses this game, they can cancel thinking they're going to make it to the SEC championship game or the college football playoffs.
I disagree because if they only end the season with 2 losses, and they don't have to play in the SEC championship game. They'll just be a 2-loss team, and you always have to remember, they love the SEC. ESPN, that's their product. So they have to make sure they have their product out there on the field.
Yeah. But the reason why I'm saying that is because if you look at the rest of their remaining schedule, whoever loses, they're going to lose another game.
Oh, yeah, that's how you feeling? Yeah.
If you look at their schedule,
Okay. Okay. I can feel that. I can feel that. I can feel that. So it's like if you lose this one, you definitely going to lose another one.
Oh, you're definitely going to lose another.
So
I feel that. I feel that.
The basic, like if the winner of this like went out, it'll be the way I'm looking at it and want to see it is Texas versus Alabama or Tennessee, something like that for the SEC championship.
Vols all day. Bama pretenders. Chad said Vols all day. Bama pretenders.
Yeah, I just don't trust. It's just the way they've been playing, and I've been against.
I don't believe in Bama either, Chad. I don't believe in them either.
I've been against Tennessee, and I don't feel that they're still a great team.
I haven't believed in Bama. So to me, Tennessee has a chance.
Oh, they definitely got a chance. They definitely got a chance.
And they're at home, right?
Yeah.
They have a chance.
Next up, we got 24 Michigan at number 22 Illinois. Michigan is favored in this game by 3.5 points, and the over and under is 43.5. What's your thoughts on that?
Wow. This kind of tough. Not knowing what Michigan, I'm gonna let you go, City League. You know more about this one being Big Ten, man. I wish Parlay Poe was in here to chime in on this one because I want to lead this.
Right. Because unless he would want to go last, you know what I mean? I definitely would love to hear what Parlay Poe got to say about it. But I'm gonna go with the team up north right here. But of course, I would kind of love an upset, but I kind of wouldn't because I would like for Michigan's record to be something when they come here in Columbus. You know what I mean? Although at the beginning of the season, I believe we saw a couple of L's on their record, a few L's on their record, but neither one of those were Illinois.
Right.
And them Wolverines are primed for the cooking for Illinois if they want some get back for the years that them Wolverines been giving it to them. So
you're right about that.
Like if I take my heart out of it and I ain't thinking about Michigan, I'm feeling like Illinois will have enough of that backing with the home crowd. And just right now, Michigan really is ready for the pickings. So, and really, we feel like we are better than them this year. So, I could see Illinois going out there and smacking something. But we don't know what this new quarterback is for Michigan yet either.
On the fact
and
that
he could light up at Illinois' little secondary if he's that passing quarterback that they feel like they need.
And just on the note of you saying that, I'm gonna go with Michigan because I remember in the thread I said Parlay Poe, I think y'all have found y'all's quarterback after seeing a couple passes and seeing him for that quarter.
He didn't look bad.
He didn't look bad at all. And I think if they find a right way to use and incorporate those weapons that they have, I think it'll be a different type of force. But the loser in this one, like you said, in the Alabama-Tennessee, I think the playoffs is over with. I think the shot at the championship in your conference is over with as well. So I'm going to take Michigan. I'm going to get the 3.5 because I think Michigan can get it by at least a touchdown. But I'm going to go under because I just think being at home, the defense will play on Illinois' side. But I think Michigan's defense definitely overpower them and get the win by at least a touchdown, if not more.
So you say whoever loses this is out?
Yeah, whoever loses this out, because that'll put them at 3 losses. Michigan 4-2, they both 4-2, I believe.
Illinois ain't no 4-2.
Illinois?
ranked at 22.
Illinois only
got
lost one.
loss. They only got
Yeah.
one loss. Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
I mean, I still say that with the Big Ten because you got Indiana that's 16. Then you got Oregon, you got Ohio State. You know, you got other teams in that Big Ten. I think that they definitely, you know, go before that Illinois team when it comes to that Big Ten overall and that championship.
Yeah, see, look, now I'm looking at their schedule, and really, it looks like they really wasn't able to do anything against Penn State.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Michigan still has a pretty good defense.
Yeah.
They still have a pretty good defense. Most of their problems are on the offensive end.
If
They
you could
still
find-
have a pretty good defense. So now just looking at it like this and looking at their schedule, yeah, Michigan and now too, they're gonna beat them by more than 3.5 points as well.
I got
Just to try to keep their hopes alive
them. Yeah. At least the
leading into that Oregon game.
And guess who scored 49 points on Illinois?
Mm. Who was that?
Purdue. Bum-ass Purdue scored 49 points on Illinois. I thought Illinois was a really good team at the beginning of the season when they beat Kansas, and then they beat Nebraska. Since then, the wheels have fallen off. They are not going to be able to compete with Michigan. Michigan's going to be way too physical for them. They're going to be able to run the ball, and Mr. Tuttle was going to be able to complete some passes to some of his receivers and his tight end. And Michigan's going to beat them by more than that 3.5. And I'm going to take the over because I think Michigan's going to score 30 points on them, and they might give up 14. So I'm taking Michigan, the over, and the points.
So look, I'm gonna push the rewind button.
Yeah, go ahead.
So if Purdue can put up 49, 50 points, that means they know how to score. So which Purdue team is going to show up when they play Iowa? Because I'm quite sure if I looked at the schedule, it may have been a game or two where they at least played some defense. We know that team, that game wasn't a lot of defense. But we know Oregon comes from a conference where they can have these type of games where there's not a lot of defense and we're just passing touchdowns and throwing touchdowns back and forth to each other. Those are Pac-10 type scores. That 49-50 score, that was a Pac-10 score. That's not a Big Ten score. We don't have scores like that. You understand what I'm saying?
Well,
That was a Pac-10 score.
In the bottom of the basement, yeah, you probably do got some scores like that. In the basement.
Nah, we don't be having scores like that. It'd just be like a slugfest or something. We don't have that's the over under. That's over 98. We don't have stuff like that. You have to go. We don't really have games like that. That's not common in the Big Ten. It's not.
That's probably because you're always looking at the top. You ain't looking at the basement, brother.
I get you. I understand what you're saying, but the basement can't put up that many points. Like, Northwestern when they down, they're not playing nobody and the score is 50 and 49 or, Rutgers or Maryland. Yeah.
If I'm mistaken, I think Northwestern might have scored some points on Purdue too.
Yeah.
Well, no. Here go classic example. Northwestern 45, Illinois 43.
No defense, man.
It was last year, but that's 40, 45, 43.
That's 45 points.
No defense. Two teams with nothing. Mid bowl games they were playing in. So they were just out there playing football.
Exactly. And they're in the basement of the big. But
that ain't common. But no,
it's not common. You're right. It's not common. It's not
but
common.
I get you, bro. I get you. You're right. I ain't saying you ain't right now. I ain't saying you ain't right now. I ain't saying it's impossible for the Big Ten to have a high scoring game.
Oh man, appreciate it. He said,
Son said, Michigan
Salute.
wins.
Michigan wins easy.
He said easily.
Easy. And I
agree.
can see that.
I agree.
I can see that.
Next.
I can see Michigan winning easy.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I can see that, and I can see them winning big too, and bringing Illinois back to reality. Like, y'all are not that good, but y'all had a nice little run up in the rankings and all of that. But go on and get back to what y'all used to being.
Right. In the 40s.
Right.
Next up, we got number 12, Notre Dame at Georgia Tech. Notre Dame is favored by 11.5, and the over and under is 49. What's your thoughts on that one?
That's a I don't know if it's a trap game or a scary game with the 49 points. I know Notre Dame could put up some points, but I don't know if they could put them up at Georgia Tech. That'd be the thing. But they've been playing some great football. So guess what I'm gonna say on this one? Because Georgia Tech gonna put up some points to try to get the win, but I think Notre Dame outshoot them. And this is gonna be exactly what we was just talking about. One of them high scoring games for you, City League. Notre Dame covers the 11.5 and gets the over.
I'm looking at this schedule. They lost to Syracuse by 3. They lost to Louisville, beat up on them pretty good. But this one game sticks out to me. It's a win.
You're going to say that Florida State game.
You already know I'm coming at you for your boys.
I already know it. You know I know
that.
You know
3-point win against Florida State.
Yeah.
That they had to dig out. They had to dig out a 3-point win against Florida State. So I can't get down with that, bruh.
They down. They go down, and you choose.
Give me Notre Dame.
Give you the points too?
No. Give me Georgia Tech with the points. But give me the over.
Man, I'm taking Notre Dame because their defense is going to be way too good for a team that can only run the football and throw sparingly.
It's a good, easy over, too, I think.
And I think that Notre Dame is going to be way too physical offensively for Georgia Tech to even slow them down. I'm taking the over, and I'm taking Notre Dame with the points.
Ooh, taking the points, too.
That's what I said.
Dang, Georgia Tech.
We taking the points and the over.
Nothing. That's what John Jones.
That's what Louisville beat them by. The 11.5 or whatever, whatnot. So I guess they saying Notre Dame gonna do the same thing Louisville did.
Yeah, for sure. Hey man, Virginia Tech is busting up Boston College right now. Yeah, 21 to nothing.
Tearing them apart. That's what I'm saying.
It's just fumble though. Boston College just got the ball off of a fumble.
Yeah.
Next up.
Oh.
We got number 14 Texas A&M at Mississippi State. Texas A&M is favored by 15.5. The over and under is 56. What are your thoughts on that one?
Mississippi State, Texas A&M. You got a City League. That's a crazy one.
I just, first of all, with me, I'm taking Texas A&M. We're gonna make this real quick. I'm taking Texas A&M. I'm taking Mississippi State with the points, and I'm going with the over. Cause I ain't believing nothing in Texas A&M, so I don't know what's going on with them, like for real. So
I'm gonna go with you with Texas A&M. I'm gonna take Mississippi State with them points, but I'm gonna go under because Mississippi State at home. I don't know what it was. I think last week or the week before, they played a little bit of a tough game, and I was just like, they may be the team that just stump somebody when it need be. And Texas A&M is in a prime position for an upset with these numbers looking the way they look, and Vegas is loving this one because I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised at the upset, but I'm gonna take Texas A&M with Mississippi State with the points in the under.
Hold up. Let me see something. This ain't looking right, fellas. This ain't looking right, fellas. Let me see right there. Oh, goodness gracious. That was one of them early lost, killed. Dang. Mississippi State's only good game was against Georgia, and they put up 31 points against Georgia. They gave up 41, but put up 31.
Yeah.
But Texas blew them out. Florida blew them out. Toledo blew them out. Arizona State just beat them, and they blew out Eastern Kentucky. Ooh, yeah, Texas A&M easy. And now, no, Texas A&M with the points too. Mississippi State sucks.
I'm gonna take Texas A&M to win the game, but I'm gonna take Mississippi State in the points. Mississippi State really isn't as bad as their record. They are.
This is gonna be interesting. This gonna be one that I'm gonna keep my eye on, like with these points and stuff, because I think Mississippi State boo boo.
Yeah, they are boo boo. They are boo boo. They are. But this Texas A&M team right here, man, I'm telling you right now, they may go undefeated in the SEC until they play Texas the last game of the season, man. They got only other hard game they really got.
What's Texas A&M's record?
They're top of the SEC
5-1,
right now. Yeah.
I think
So
they're undefeated.
you're saying it's gonna be 37 2-loss SEC teams.
No.
If that's how their schedule's set up, you're gonna have like realistically, you're gonna have like 5 2-loss SEC teams.
No.
At least 4. At least 4.
You might get 4.
At least 4.
You might get
2 loss, because that's how their schedules are set up. Their schedules are set up. Like for them to get 9-10 wins.
I don't know, T1. I'm telling you right now, Georgia might have 3 losses. Alabama.
We talked about that. We're looking for Georgia to have 3 losses by the end of the season.
The only ones that might have 2 losses is going to be Texas A&M and Missouri.
But it's getting interesting. It's getting interesting. What if Tennessee knock off Alabama?
Yeah,
what if Tennessee knock off Alabama? That's going to put like a real big wrench in some stuff. And then Texas knock off Georgia.
Yeah, it is.
Like, dog, that's going to be like, that's going to knock some holes in something a little bit.
Yeah.
Especially with them feeling like the SEC has 4 automatic teams in the in the 12-team playoff. They always thinking we getting at least 4. Our top 4 is better than anybody else's top 4.
Well, if you look at the ACC and the Big 12, yeah, you're right. They are better than them.
Yeah. But when you get to talk about them having 3 losses, 3 L's on that schedule, that's going to look different, and you just have to be fair. You know what I mean? And we know really ESPN ain't fair when it comes to the SEC. Why? Because that's their product. That's who they have their money invested in. So why would they make them appear to be on the same level as any other conference out here?
Yeah. I feel you on that. Next up, we got another SEC matchup. But I mean, I think, do y'all got a bye this week? T1, Ohio State?
Yeah. We licking our wounds and preparing to correct our mistakes. No, everybody has 2. This our last one, and it's perfect for us. Now it's at right in the middle. So now we're going straight on out here. We're going straight on out to the Big Ten championship. We ain't stopping. We correcting our mistakes. And we going to that Big Ten championship. and hoping to see Oregon.
Hey, I feel you on that. Number 8 LSU at Arkansas. And guess what? They only favored by 2 points.
They know something we don't know.
And the over and under is 56.5. Now, LSU's defense is banged up, man. They lost their number 1 player on defense. LSU gonna be in a dogfight against these Arizona Razorbacks. I mean,
Arkansas. Don't. Hey, it's Arkansas Pig Suey. Guess what? And I represent Arkansas. And I'm going to my old school, the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, for homecoming next weekend. I'm excited and geeked about that. I just had to put that out there since Arkansas out there. That's how I learned that Pig Suey. That's how I learned what Pig Suey is. That's the University of Arkansas. So I was down there when Corliss Williams and them was at Arkansas, and Todd Day and all them boys, and they was doing all that stuff. That's why I was down in the Bluff. That's my school. That's my Arkansas family, and I love them. Hey, if y'all tuning in, y'all know how I do. Hoop 5 UAPB. Yes, sir.
Go ahead. So what's your thoughts on that?
I'm rolling with Arkansas.
Rolling with Arkansas.
Yes, sir. So just all the way out, and I'm taking the over.
You said, what is it that you learned to eat down? What was it? What was the food?
No, that's it. That's just a saying. Like, we got the OH. That's just our calling.
Oh.
That's that Buckeye calling. Down in Arkansas, they say Pig Suey.
Yeah.
Oh, well, nothing against.
And that's just that. Hey, that's their thing. You know what I mean?
Nothing against.
That's their thing. You know what I mean? We OH. We worldwide. You could be all the way on the other side of the globe, and I promise you, if you just say OH, somebody from somewhere gonna say IO. Y'all ain't got that with y'all schools, but go ahead.
Nothing against the Pig Suey, man. Hats off to the Pine Bluff, Arkansas, not all of them, but LSU coming in with the defense banged up, and they trying to get a big win. And I think this is a win that if LSU get, I think this puts them in a good position, like you said, with the teams of Texas and them with that one loss in the SEC to have a shot at something. A team that's kind of, I would say, took that early loss and bounced back like Alabama did last year to get up into that playoff. This is the team that I'm seeing that reminds me of one of those teams, but that team specifically. And I think they continue to make their way up while another one makes their way out. LSU with the win, but I'm going to take the under. Like you said, Arkansas, they definitely going to fight being a home game. Maybe around homecoming weekend too, and all that good stuff. So I think LSU just get away, maybe by a field goal, but I'm gonna definitely take the under.
Man, this is a really, really tough one, man.
Yeah.
Arkansas is, they all over the place, man. 1 minute they beat a Tennessee, but you look early in the season, they lost to Oklahoma State. LSU's defense isn't that good, but Arkansas's offense isn't that good. That crowd is going to be nuts, though. I mean, listen, that crowd is going to be
crazy.
Nuts.
You already know it. Pig Suey.
That's why I think they only favored by 2 points. But I'm going to take LSU like my man Mossberg said, and I think they're going to get them by a field goal. I can't see them beating them by more than that, but I'm going to take LSU, the points, and I'm going to take the under, though. I don't think neither one of them is going to score enough to go over that 56.5. Next up, we got number 17, Kansas State at West Virginia. They're only favored by 3 points, Kansas State is. The over and under is 54.5. Now, last week, I thought that West Virginia would be able to do it to who they play, Iowa State. But Iowa State handed it to them. Can Kansas State do the same thing? What's your thoughts on that one?
That West Virginia team, they kind of just seem like really, really, really average. They kind of seem really average after rooting for them last week to show that they had some type of toughness about them. I didn't see it. So I'm definitely going with Kansas State, and I think I may even let give West Virginia that 3.5 points. And I'm gonna go with the under. No, I'm gonna go with the over. They're gonna score. They're gonna score some points.
I can't remember what the score was last week with the Iowa State West Virginia game. But Iowa State was more of a physical team. But I think with this one, Kansas
28-16, 12 points.
I think
28-16, 12 points.
I'm going to go with the over. And the over I'm going to take is because of the way they played, putting up the points against Colorado last week with 31, even though Colorado had injuries, and knowing how West Virginia played against Iowa State, with Iowa State getting those points, I think Kansas State just have a more potent offense, a little more faster, and they get that ball out in that air and definitely score points. But West Virginia battle maybe in the first half, Kansas State runs away in the second half.
Kansas State is a real physical blue-collar team, and I think they're going to go in West Virginia and beat West Virginia by more than that 3.5 that they're favored by. But I'm going to take the under in this one because I don't think that it's going to be a high-scoring affair. It's going to be close to like what that game was last week with Iowa State, 28-16, somewhere around in there. But I'm taking Kansas State because I think they're going to be way too physical, offensively and defensively, for West Virginia. So that's the way I'm going to go with that one. Last game we got. Number 5, Georgia at my number 1, Texas Longhorns. The Horns are favored by 5. The over and under is 55.5. What's your thoughts on that?
That's where that meat is at. That's where it's at, baby. That's where it's at. This is the game. This is that Saturday game that we've been getting every single week. This is that one. This is that one where you have to be locked in on it. You have to be tuned in. You can't. Nothing else is going on. Wait, what's that? A 7:30 game? 7:30? Oh yeah, 7:30. Yeah, nah. If it is, I know it probably is another game or two on, but they really shouldn't have any ratings. Nobody should be concerned about no football going on at 7:30 Saturday except for this Texas-Georgia game, and I'm looking for Texas to pull that belt out and spank them dogs.
I feel you with that one.
I sure hope so.
Is Quinn Ewers back?
And I'm going with the under. Not going to be high scoring.
Yeah, Quinn is back, right?
Yeah, he back.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, man. People forget about Quinn. He back. Texas didn't only put
Or is that an over?
Just look at last week's whooping that they put on in the Red River shootout, Red River rivalry.
They whooped them. They whooped them. They put out that belt.
I watched the improvement in that game. I watched Texas secondary. They're growing by the week, but they grew so fast in that rivalry game for them to be a young secondary with some veterans. I'm taking Texas, and the secondary is much better than Alabama's. I got Texas. I don't know what it is with this game that we haven't seen that Quinn with all of his receivers hitting. But I think that game with Alabama, I think Georgia was exposed in that secondary. I think Quinn come out and shows exactly what that was. He find his tight end. He find everybody. I'm going to take the over in this, and I got Texas winning. And I got Texas. You know me and my picks with Texas in big games. I'm taking Texas by 14.
Excuse my language, cause I'm gonna let Robert get his time to shine with his boys. But Texas has been kicking ass. Texas has been kicking ass, and I can't wait. And I hope that what Texas has been doing is not a fluke. I hope they don't go up against this Georgia team thinking like I was thinking with Oregon, like, we're going to see them in the Big Ten championship regardless of whatever. But I hope Texas kicks Georgia's tails and let them know that they're coming into the Big Ten and handling, the SEC and taking care of some business.
Man, Georgia is gonna come in there into Texas, man. They're gonna play hard as all get out, man. Because if they lose this
but
game,
they hard ain't that good. They hard ain't the regular Georgia hard. Go ahead, bro.
Listen, they're gonna come in there playing hard. Because if they lose this game, they automatically know I'm not going to the SEC championship game, and I might not make the 12-team college football playoff.
You're not. Ain't no Mike nothing.
Right. So they're going to come in playing hard. But I think what they're going to find out is that this Texas team is just a whole lot better than they are. They don't have the defensive line to stop Texas from running the football. They don't even put good enough pressure on the quarterback.
True. It could get ugly.
So yeah, it really could get ugly.
But they're not gonna let it get ugly. Remember that? Because even if it's on ABC, ESPN and ABC go together. So it's all good. It's still their product. They still gonna find a way to give you that product, to give you that dough.
For sure. I can agree with that. But I think they're going to let Texas cover that 5. I kind of want to say it's going to be over, but I can see Georgia scoring 20 points, but I think that's about it. But I see Texas definitely in the 30s. So I'm going to go with the under. Maybe it might be 34-20. So I'm going to go with the under.
And look, I either have Texas beating them really bad, but I don't believe that the refs would let that happen. So it looked like ESPN put some bad product out there, and everybody like, man, we don't want this stuff, man. We thought this was Georgia. You know what I mean? So I really don't see it getting out of hand, and that's why it's like at that what's that -5? That's 5 or 3? That's 5. Yeah, like it's not big, although the eye test tells you that Texas is going to roast that Georgia secondary and that weak Georgia defensive line.
Yeah.
Like I've been saying all season long, and I continue to see it when I'm watching Georgia. Their defensive line is not the defensive line that they've had for the past 8 years.
It's not.
That secondary. It's not that good. What'd you say, bro?
And their running game isn't. They have not had a 100-yard rusher in any game this year. They have not had a 100-yard rusher.
And I'm gonna keep it real too. I'm not highly impressed with Beck. And y'all talking about him as some type of Heisman Trophy candidate. And I hate how they put people up there before they deserve to be up there. I ain't never looked at Beck like, yeah, he could be that. I don't even think the quarterback is. I think he's just a quarterback. I've seen nothing special about him.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Let me ask y'all this before we wrap up for the night. What team has a chance to sneak into the 12-team playoff that you didn't expect before the season started?
Indiana.
Yeah.
Case closed. Indiana.
That's a great question. You said Indiana. The crazy thing, I'm going to say the team that might be able to sneak in there, Texas Tech. Just seeing where they at, I'm going to say.
What's their record right now?
They top of the Big 12. They 5-1.
They still only got that one loss.
One loss. And it's crazy because I'm just looking at everything that they may have a chance to sneak in. BYU, boys, like it's just it's like we learning so much more as the week go with the way these last few weeks been. Like we didn't expect it, like you said, to sneak in like is crazy because that's wild. I even like that Indiana because
That, like I said earlier, that Indiana-Nebraska game is going to be big.
It's gonna be
That
big.
Indiana-Nebraska game is going to be huge because this is what could possibly take Indiana to 7-0, and then they'll take that into Washington.
Yeah,
and I know they got to believe they can beat Washington. And possibly 8-0, which takes you to Michigan State. That's 9-0.
Yeah. And then remember,
and then now you're at Michigan, and you have built this winning culture up. We undefeated.
Yeah.
This ain't the Michigan from last year that beat us.
So
this is the Michigan team that we see blood.
Yeah.
We smell blood. What is that? What was that? 9-0?
Michigan will be 10.
No, I'm saying they will be 9-0 going into Michigan.
Into Michigan, yeah.
Like, dog, we have something special, and by 9 games, you know if you have something special or not. Yeah. And if they can make it to that Michigan game undefeated, I'm definitely taking Indiana to beat them.
And that's what I said. Just
taking Indiana to beat them, and then they have Ohio State after that, and y'all know who I'm picking with that. So that's just their only loss, and then they got Penn State after that. And if stuff play out the way that I imagine it playing out, Ohio State, and Oregon will be playing, and that one-loss Indiana team will be left out, but they will be put in to that 12-team playoff.
Yeah.
So Indiana plays Ohio State. Didn't they play Penn State?
Indiana plays. Listen, they really have a tough schedule. Right now, they're about to play Nebraska. Then they play Washington. Then Michigan State. Then Michigan. Then Ohio State. And then they close out with Purdue.
I don't know. I think the only game they got to worry about is y'all. I think because just think.
That's what I'm saying.
If Louisville beat Miami, Louisville beat Miami, Tennessee, Alabama, whichever way that goes.
But they don't get over one. They're not ranked higher than a one-loss Ohio State against Oregon. And well, if Oregon runs the table, but that's going to be big too next week. If Michigan can upset Oregon.
Yeah.
That will throw like the biggest monkey wrench in all of this.
Yeah, remember they got to go to the big house. So that was a give or take with them beating Ohio State, but then again, it might be the cards falling in Indiana's hands too. They could get in the playoff next week if things go a certain way this weekend.
So, but after this week, we only got 6 weeks left.
Yeah.
So
my bad.
I thought that was his fault. So we at that point now where every week there's going to be games, not a game, but games that are going to matter, man, to where if you lose, man, your chances of getting into the 12-team playoff gets worse. And your chance of playing in your conference championship game is lost. Georgia can't afford to lose this game to Texas.
Not at all.
Tennessee and Alabama, neither one of them can afford to lose that game. Unless you can afford to lose. Texas A&M, they can't afford to lose.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it might be that way for most of the teams. You can't afford to lose. If you already got one loss, you can't afford to take another loss. You can't afford to.
Yeah.
Only teams that are undefeated, they can afford one loss, but they can't afford two. You just can't afford
that two puts you in a danger zone. That two puts you in a danger zone. And this week, we will see some teams go into the danger zone.
Yeah.
Where this week, it's over with.
Yeah.
That second loss, because like what you say, Robert, that third one coming. If you lose this week, that third one coming. Ain't that what you said? Yeah, I believe in that. I believe in that.
But
If you lose this week, that third one is coming. If you get a second loss this week, that third one coming.
check this
What if-
out. though.
What if you get a third one?
Yeah, you look at the two military schools in their schedule, man. They could be undefeated probably when they play each other. I think one of them might play Notre Dame. That might get them an L. But outside of that, I think they both got scheduled where they could be undefeated or with one loss when they play at the end of the season. And just think if those teams are ranked in the top 12 and get in, man.
Is it possible, Rob? Is it possible
I
for
don't think so, man.
one of those military teams and Boise State to get in? Can both of those teams get in?
I don't think so.
I've been reading. I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think that. I don't think
And you gotta consider Notre Dame too. I mean, you can't pick 4 teams that's not in a Power 4 conference in that 12-team playoff.
What do you have? The group of 4 and then a group of 5. What is it? How I go? The other what is that? The other 2 spots? A group of 4, a group of 5, or something?
No, well, the way it goes is you got your Power 4, which is Big Ten.
The
Big
4
Ten.
conference champions.
Yeah, them. And then you get one group of 5 team, whoever is the highest ranked group of 5 champion, they automatically get in.
Okay, so that's number 12.
So that's
And then,
number
so
12.
is that it for? So do you have the group of 5 champion and independent, or is that independent included with that group of 5?
No, only if they're ranked in the top 12.
Right.
If they're in the top 12, they can get in. They can get
Regardless of, so if you have a group of 5 and Notre Dame in the top 12, both of those teams are in.
Both of them get in. Yep.
I like it. I like it. I like it.
It's getting crazy. It's getting heavy.
And I can see them. Listen here, I can see them. Like you say, let these military teams go on out there, because we love that. We love the red, the white, and the blue, and them stars. You hear me?
Mhm.
So I can see them easily. And if either one of them just have one win against somebody, at least a little somebody, but I don't know who they have on their schedule, because I know we used to schedule Army and Navy.
I think one of
So
them
if they
get
can pop somebody, it's a chance.
Yeah. So Navy, they play. You know what? They might play both of them. Navy plays Notre Dame next week on the 26th.
Mhm.
There we
Notre Dame
go.
goes to Navy.
So this is gonna let us know if Navy, if they can pull this off, and like you say, be undefeated going into that Army Navy game. They have a chance. If they can beat Notre Dame, they have a chance.
Man,
But who's buying? But who's buying that? Who's drinking that Kool-Aid?
Check out their games though, man. They got Charlotte this week. Then they got Notre Dame. Then they got Rice. Then they got South Florida. Then they got Tulane. Then they got East Carolina, and then they got Army. They can probably win all them games except for Notre Dame and Army, man.
Well, the only way they can get in is to beat Notre Dame. So if they can't beat Notre Dame, they can't get in.
Yeah, they got to beat Notre Dame.
Yeah, that's the only way in. That's the only way in.
And Army got East Carolina this week. Then they got a bye. Then they play Air Force. Then they play North Texas. Then they play Notre Dame. And then they play UTSA. And then they play Navy.
Yeah.
Both of them
So
probably have one loss.
whichever one can beat Notre Dame can possibly get in if they beat the other one.
What if both of them beat Notre Dame?
That will be wild.
That would be crazy.
Freeman will be out there tomorrow.
Oh, bro, he would be gone. he will probably pack his own bags and be like, "Listen, man, go ahead, give me my last check, man. I'm out."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going
Yeah.
like to win.
He try to see if he can get that linebacker spot at Ohio State because our linebacker position is suspect. And we got some dogs on the bench that I really would like to see, but they don't want to unleash them.
You know your boy Raleigh Petterjohn and what's the cornerback's name? Cruz.
From where?
They from Texas, but they committed to Ohio State. But
You talking about our DBs that's coming in next year? That was talking like, hey, we'll be there next year. We ain't worried about that.
Yeah, we're trying to steal them, bro. We're trying to steal them.
Yeah, I know it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. So the factory is, we good.
Yeah, y'all locked in. They locked into y'all.
Yeah,
but we
get great players out of the state of Texas. We love Texas.
Yeah. We're gonna pitch them though. We're gonna pitch them.
And it ain't gonna stop.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. We go all around the country trying to get guys. We can't get everybody in Texas.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So we know we got to go some other places to get some guys.
For sure.
But we definitely trying to steal those too, man. I just thought you should know.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Everybody, it ain't over till you get that ink on the paper.
It ain't over till you.
So until that ink get on the paper, they're not yours. They just saying we're dating.
Yeah, but I don't think neither one of those guys are going to decommit from Ohio State and go.
Yeah. Oh no, they're not. They locked in. They graduating early, and they'll be here in January.
I'm glad you mentioned that, man. A lot of the high caliber college players are now starting to lean more towards early.
It's been like that for a minute. We always, for the past probably about over 10 years, we've had at least 7 or 8 freshmen come in for that winter period so they can come in and play spring ball and get a jump on the season. We keep 7 or 8 of those.
Yeah, it used to be 7 or 8. Now it's in the teens now.
Yeah, now it's like, yeah. They're passing up prom and all of that just to and I don't like that. That's a whole nother show, but I don't like that, man. Enjoy this time. Just like when you go to college and now you get to make money, enjoy these 4 years. And if you're good enough, make money for these 4 years, stack it up, invest it. And then if you're blessed enough to go off to the NFL, go and get that money and make that money invested so you can live happily ever after. Sometimes you think these books are just so open and so easy to read and the paths are so easy to follow. Right. And but some people just throw it all away.
Yeah. Some of the ones who don't go real far away to go to school, they've actually been coming back and going to their proms and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure, they definitely going back. Going back. Yeah, and probably graduation too. They definitely going to prom.
Yeah, they doing all that.
Hey, that's if they don't have class, because I don't know. Yeah. Because hey, if you got a class on Friday and you enrolled in school, you're going nowhere.
Yeah,
right. We got practice, we got training. Because once you locked in and you're at that university, if you ain't in class, you got something to do with going on with football. And if it ain't got nothing to do with going on football, you trying to get some sleep. And if you ain't sleep, you at class or you doing something with football. Right.
Yeah. They like, son,
that's that D1 life. Yeah. That D1 life is, dude, this is your life.
It's your life, right.
Ain't no outside life. We're gonna give you some days off. So take advantage of those days off. Because when it's time to work, we working because we want the best from you.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, definitely. All right, y'all. Well, man, I appreciate us having another good showing, man. A good show.
Yes, sir.
Indeed, always.
On this beautiful Friday Eve.
Yes.
You going down south, right? Tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
Oh, man.
After I get done with PD tomorrow, I'm flying out to go see my baby. It's her first scrimmage. Get to see her actually be the first person in our family to actually really go and play a game. Now, I've been on 2 teams, but I ain't actually get to play a game.
Right.
You got
I
to
actually didn't get to play a game. I walked on at Central State for football, fresh out of high school. I made it as a QB, but I was like, I ain't gonna be no practice dummy, so I gave up on that. And then I went to school basketball at Arkansas Pine Bluff, and threw away a scholarship, you know, due to unforeseen circumstances. You know what I mean? So, you know, losing my mom, and I'm like 11 hours away, and you know, that was rough. And I was on a scholarship. I was in school for free, but it was a rough time for me, and I wasn't able to focus on my education. So that's what took me so long to graduate from college. But yeah, I was actually on the basketball team at the University of Arkansas Pine Bluff. So, but I redshirted my first year, and then I jacked off my first year, so I wasn't eligible my second year.
Was you at Central State with Mark Howell when he was there?
No, I think he came. I think Mark Howell might have went somewhere before he came to Central.
Yeah, that's right. He went to Winston-Salem.
Yeah, he was somewhere before he came to Central. So when I left, I think that's when Mark got there.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, he went to Winston-Salem State first, and then he went to Central.
Yeah.
They finally got their national championship rings last year, around this time last year, I think.
Really? That's dope.
Yeah. Listen, he been waiting for
Central used to be that deal. Like when I walked on and made it, like dude, me and my brother Mike Thornton, like we walked on together. That was my receiver. He was a year ahead of me, and he went to Urbana.
You said,
you know what I mean?
That's my high school basketball coach.
No, it's a different Mike Thornton. It's 2 Mike Thorntons. You got that Mike Thornton, then you got the South High Mike Thornton. All right, my receiver, South High West Side Mike Thornton. Okay. So yeah, but he went to Urbana, and you know, that was during my senior year. And then I went to Central, and he came to Central, and we both walked on, and it was real dope because like for tryouts, me and him was out there showing out because this is my receiver. Like we out here showing out, and like even me, I wasn't known like for no speed or nothing, but you know, they timed you with the 40 and all of that stuff. Mike ran a 4.3, and he slipped out the block. He slipped out his start and still ran a 4.3. That's how fast Mike was. That's how fast he was. I ran a 4.6. Now you may not look at a 4.6 as fast, but I was a QB, so I wasn't like no lightning fast dude. But 4.6 is just right behind somebody that's running a 4.4 or 4.3, just behind them a little bit. So, and I was out there slanging that ball, slanging it. So they had the little paper up on the door, coach's door, whatnot, to let you saw your 40 time and you saw if you made it or not. And me and Mike made it, and that was dope, dog. That was dope. So I even actually put on the Central uniform. I ain't put on the game jersey, but I'm out there practicing and everything.
Oh, wow. That's awesome, bro.
But I was like, you know what? Ain't no way for me to hit the field this year. You know, once you get out the game, and ain't nobody really just sitting around and just watching. Yeah. You know, especially you out on your own and all of this, and you don't have your parents telling you like, no, you ain't going nowhere. You made the team, you sticking here. It ain't high school no more. I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna be all practice dummy. You know what I mean? Not knowing and thinking, be a practice dummy for this year. Do your thing. You know what I mean? Let them see what you got. And then next year, if you confident enough, you can go get this QB position. But I ain't think like that. I thought of them as like using me, and they didn't use me. They actually gave me an opportunity to be a part of the team. You know what I mean? I could have possibly never even made it down to Arkansas. I could have stayed home and probably been a little better with losing my mom. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's just part of the story.
That's cool, man. I'm glad the audience got to hear that part, man.
Yeah,
Because
Yeah,
we know it, but
yeah, yeah, man. Like I
audience
say,
got to
man,
hear it.
I've been working on trying to be great like for a long time. You know what I mean? I've been working on trying to be great for a long time, and I always, from a young age, I always knew that I was somebody and I was something and I was going to be somebody. Like, of course, just like all of us, I thought I was going to either the NFL or the NBA. I thought I could go to both of them because I thought I was one of the top shooters, like in all the world, not just in the Terrace or Columbus. And I had Dez to go against. You know what I mean? I had Dez. That was my what I'm leveraging myself up against. You know what I mean? So, you know, and we battled. That's where I got my game from, right there at the Windsor Terrace Recreation Center. You know what I mean? Being 3 years younger than No, but still in the gym, going and balling with them. You know what I mean? And them giving it to us and not taking it to us like and building up that character and that dog that you can't teach somebody how to be a dog.
Yeah.
So
All
that's
right.
where it comes from when you get that dog in you and you see somebody who don't have that dog in them. You just can't teach it. That ain't something that you teach. It gotta be in there. And it comes from the village and all of the battles that we go through together to build each other up.
A Windsor Terrace, a different type of dog. You said it
Yes,
just
sir.
like
Yes, sir.
I grew up in that short north in Windsor Terrace, and like you said, that Windsor Terrace, that's a different type of dog, man.
Yeah.
Like everybody know. So that right there, and that definitely was something that I grew up with when it comes to that basketball battles, all that good stuff, man.
Yeah, man. Learn all of my football skills, all of my basketball skills came from Windsor Recreation Center and Windsor Elementary School, whether we were playing football in the front or the back.
Quarterback.
Well, not really the front, the side, because we right there on the side by the rec center in the back. We ain't playing the front. We played in the side. If they tell you they played in the front, they did not play football with us.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. All right, man. Well, man, that was an awesome show, man.
Yeah, good show, fellas.
Oh man, for sure.
So we'll be
Yes,
back
sir.
on again on Saturday morning at 8 a.m. I might do a show tomorrow that I'm gonna record talking to this Georgia, but I'm gonna record that. It's not gonna be live.
Okay.
Yeah, then I'll
Y'all know
post
where I be. By that time, I'll be in Columbia, South Carolina, looking at my baby, trying to see if we gonna get this walking double-double to officially popping.
If you record some stuff, let me know because I've been trying to work on this clipping and editing. I gotta put a video together. I'm gonna try to put a video together for when I get off work tomorrow for just to throw
I'll
up.
definitely probably hit a couple little things with my just on my phone and everything, but like their website that I think I don't know if I sent it out in the link, but you know, like all their games and scrimmages and everything gonna be on their website. Like you just go to the schedule, go to Allen University, do women's basketball, like all of their sports, and you do the schedule, and then have watch on there, like right there. And I think they might even have just like every game will be there to watch.
Yeah,
like once they play it, I think it might be there to watch because while I was looking at the school and seeing if this is where I wanted my baby to go, like I was watching some of their old games. They had some games on their schedule. I was watching them, so I think that all of them gonna be on there. So all family and friends gonna get to see her, and I'm like, baby, give them something to see, baby.
For sure. Definitely, man.
that Kentucky State game, I think, might be in
Oh yeah,
December.
yeah. That's what all the family like. We Kentucky State. We about to be deep. Like it's about to go down. And we trying to like. She working hard. She like, Dad, I'm working harder. She like, Coach ain't said who's starting yet or nothing, but she like, Dad, I'm working. But like I said, in the one-on-ones, they had the one-on-ones with all the players, and they told them what they need to work on, and you know what they good at, and what they expect of them, and everything. And they just told my daughter she need to work on getting stronger and faster, which we know and which she's working on. And this her right here calling me, and they said they expect her to get a double-double every single game.
Cool.
So hey, this her, y'all.
Peace. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, man. I'll holler at y'all tomorrow.
All right,
WTP
sure.
Sports Dudes, Level Up
WTP.
Sports 10,
Yes, sir. We out.
City League TV out.
Peace.